Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to another reaction video. Today I'm gonna be watching Predator. Okay. Yeah. So it's weird for me to describe what I know about this movie. I've definitely seen pieces of it when I was a kid. Like, I know what the Predator is as the concept of the creature. And of course, you know, I played the Mortal Kombat games, so obviously Predator was a guest character in MKX. I've actually seen one of the more recent ones, which was not, you know, that great. But the idea being I know what the Predator is, conceptually. And I've seen bits and pieces of this when I was a kid. So I have very vague memories of things like Arnold Schwarzenegger covered in mud and the Predator turning invisible. And it was in a jungle, you know? But I never actually sat down as a grown adult who would remember it and watch the movie. So it's been recommended to me that I should actually give it a try, so that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I will say the reason that I saw some of this when I was a kid is because my father was watching it, and I remember being pretty freaked out and my sister being, completely terrified. And for like months afterwards, she was thinking that the Predator was in our room and was invisible and was, yeah, constantly refusing to go to bed at night. So good job, Dad. But yes, so that is my Predator background. So I'm definitely curious to actually watch this film. Before we get into it, it's really hot. It's really hot. It seems like every time it starts to get warm here again, the air conditioner is in need of maintenance, and I'm waiting for the repair guy to come by, so if I'm sweating to death, I apologize, but yeah. So I've got my popcorn and my drinks and my comfort dolphin, and I'm ready to check this out, so let's watch Predator. Here we go. Oh, there he is. Oh, I should have brought my aviators. I should have known. It's 80s, right?
So why don't you use the regular army? What do you need us for?
Because some damn fool accused you of being the best.
Oh. Wait. Is this the meme?
Dylan!
This is the meme?
You son of a bitch.
It is the meme!
What's the matter? The CIA got you pushing...
Oh my god.
Huh?
It's like, no, your arm's too weak now. Oh my god.
Yourself, Dutch. We're a rescue team, not assassins. Now, what do you mean we?
I'm going in with you, Dutch.
General, my team always works alone. You know that.
You don't want your old friend?
I'm afraid we all have our orders, Major. Once you reach your objective, Dylan will evaluate the situation and take charge.
Why don't you want your old friend there? Is he an assassin? Is that the problem? He actually is an assassin?
Coming and it's up in the hello, baby. Yeah, baby.
Was that dip? Because...
I said, you know, I'd like a little pussy. She said, me too. Mine's as big as a house. You see, she wanted a little one because hers was...
We understood, sir. It just was stupid. Bro.
Get that stink
Get the shit out of my face.
Billy's like,
Men wearing U.S. issued army boots.
what?
They came in from the north, and then they followed the guerrillas.
Mean anything to you?
Well, it's just another rebel patrol. They operate here all the time.
Are they the second
Get ahead and see
team?
what you can find.
Are they the second team that he sent in? Uh-oh. Secrets are being kept, okay? The whole truth is not being revealed here. Oh god. Oh, what the fuck?
Holy Mother of God.
Ew! It skinned them? Oh my god! I'm just punting a vulture. Oh shit. And tore out their organs, or did the vultures do that part? Uh-oh.
Jim Hopper.
Mac, cut him down.
Well, I guess that's part of the first group of clearly American soldiers. Because that was not guerrillas.
Ain't no way for no soldier to die.
That's really fucked up. Wait! I thought it would have skinned them after death.
Strange, Major.
You saying that
There was a firefight. They were shooting. in all
killed them
directions.
by skinning them?
Can't believe that Jim Hopper walked into an ambush.
I don't believe he did.
What?
I can't find a single track.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The infrared vision. So like you're utterly fucked. There's nothing you can do.
What the hell's he doing?
So he's gonna push it so that it goes into the... Wow. And then it's gonna explode down there. Right. Oh yeah. I mean, I guess the good news is if you get shot, you won't get skinned by the predator. Oh, okay, okay. I mean, not that burning alive is a better way to go.
On your line!
Isn't this supposed to be a rescue operation? I don't see you guys, like, cautiously looking for the hostages to make sure they're not getting blown up in the middle of this. Oh.
Mac! Any sign of the other hostage?
He's like, well, I can't kill the girl.
You're hit. You're bleeding, man.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Okay. You got time to duck?
I'm gonna say that from now on. It's my new catchphrase.
Goddamn jackpot. This is more than we ever thought we'd get. Got us in here to do that dirty work. Look, we just stopped a major invasion. In 3 days, they'd have been across the border with this stuff. Why us? Because nobody else could have pulled it off.
I was going down to my girlfriend. I said to her, "Jeez, you got a big pussy. Jeez, you got a big pussy." She said, "Why did you say that twice?" And I said, "I didn't." See?
I know what the joke is.
Where the-
What is it? Imitating his laugh? The fuck? The fuck? Does he know something? Like, is following, like he can sense something? Okay, what's really freaky to me, like, they're showing through its vision, like the night vision, and you hear the heartbeat, right, as it moves, and you know it's invisible. Although, I assume if I didn't already know that, you wouldn't know that yet. But it's a clever way of, by not showing everything, of keeping suspense. So kind of like the hiding of the shark in Jaws for a considerable part of the film. Definitely seems like he's like listening to the things they're saying and their sounds and trying to mimic. He's gonna wait. So is he gonna use that like a bird call, like hunters use a bird call? Dude. This guy can sense that there's something going on up there, but he should absolutely not be too far out on his own. Like, nobody should be.
Is it? Billy.
What the hell is wrong with you?
It's like, I don't know what it is. Something.
There's something in those trees.
I see Logan. He's like, wait, do they see me? How do they see me?
Please. Please.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. It's gonna be gross, isn't it?
Billy,
It's just a
break
pile
that.
of organs.
Back right.
What the?
It's just a pile of organs.
Isn't there blood?
What the hell did you do to him?
Major.
Yeah,
better
this was
take a
not
look at
her.
Did you find Hawkins?
I can't tell.
Oh god.
I think it's Hawkins.
Where the hell is his body?
There's no sign of it.
Ask her what happened.
What's wrong here?
This woman's been holding like the door. Keep it in front. Hold it.
Why didn't they take his radio or his weapon?
Yeah, because they don't care about
Why
that.
didn't she escape?
That's it was
What?
how he was skinned.
They did the same thing to Jim Hopper.
Yeah.
On Hawkins' body found. Sweep pattern. Double back. 50 meters.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This is not. Yeah, guys, you're not dealing with the gorillas here. Aww. skin on him at least. So, you know, he wasn't skinned alive, he was just fucking eviscerated.
Come on.
Is that a fucking laser? You're just wasting a bunch of ammo! Like, how much ammo did you just waste? I guess it's reasonable to assume if it was a person, or even an animal, that would have killed it, but... Oh, man.
What is it?
I'm scared, Pancho.
Bullshit. You ain't afraid
It's not a man!
There's something out there waiting for us. And it ain't no man.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
We're all gonna die.
Man's losing. He's losing the street. There's nothing but a couple of guys running around out there, and we gotta take him down.
Come on, you know it's not.
Understand it, Dylan, do you?
It's not.
Whatever it is out there, it killed Hopper. And now it wants us.
Mm-hmm. It's hunting you.
Lane's body. It's gone.
Came in through the tripwires. Took it right out from under our noses.
He needs his trophy, I told you.
He's using the trees.
You remember, Billy saw something in the trees. You found those bodies hanging in the trees.
Dylan, we make a stand now, or there will be nobody left to go to the chopper.
Make a
There's something
stand?
else. When the big man was killed, you must have wanted it. Its blood was on the leaves.
It's green.
It bleeds. We can kill it.
I mean, that's logical. I mean, I don't know. I understand what you're saying, that if you have a good strategic position, it might be good to try and set a trap. But you've seen what this thing can do. Like, I kind of get what he's saying, but if you stay here, you're definitely gonna die.
And this year it grows hot.
Devil that hunts men.
We begin to find in our man. We found them sometimes without their skin. And sometimes much, much worse.
Worse?
El que hace trofeos de los hombres means the demon who makes trophies of man.
So he comes back in certain seasons to hunt. So he's just like a human going out and hunting animals.
Shit!
It was right behind him! It was right behind him! They got it in the trap! Oh, okay, that didn't last very long. Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus! Oh, there it is. It just exploded its way out of that trap. Like, no problem. And there it goes. Yeah, you see it now, right, man? You see it. Oh, God. Ah!
From you, now get your people the hell out of here.
You can't win this, Dylan.
Maybe I can get even.
Dylan.
Just hold on to that damn chopper.
Oh. Oh.
No, that's the predator! That's the predator! No! No, that's the bird call! No! Bro! No! No! Oh, it is him? Oh! You tricked me, movie. You tricked me. Okay, okay, movie. Oh god! That's a laser. That's a targeter. No, you're fucked! Ah! Wait!
Don't! Leave it! He didn't kill you because you weren't armed. No sport.
Oh! Shit! Oh, that's interesting. So then why don't you all throw down your fucking guns and go— You know what? I'm not gonna try to apply logic here. This is an 80s action movie. Oh! Yeah. Oh my god! Oh! Billy, are you fucking shitting me right now? What do you think you're doing?
Billy!
You're gonna try to go fight this thing? Are you out of your mind? So, if what they said about the Predator not, attacking unarmed people is true, maybe it'll see him, like, challenging like this and want to actually fight without the lasers. You know what I mean? Get to the chopper! That's where that comes from. Oh! No way! It just followed him. It followed him off a cliff and down a waterfall. Wait. He can't see him. He can't see his heat signature. So this is his weakness. He can only see the body heat. So if you're covered in mud, he can't see you. Just... That's crazy. Well, you gotta make sure you get more mud on you. Like, make yourself extremely muddy. Oh god. Oh, it's gonna be gross, isn't it? It's gonna be gross! Oh, that's a Mortal Kombat fatality. Makes sense. Okay, he's trying to summon it. It definitely makes it like a much more interesting fight, right? That neither one of them can see the other, really. It doesn't see you. Don't move. It doesn't. Like, you'd have to find a sensitive spot. Oh. This just makes it so much more interesting! Our cloaking abilities are, broken. Oh god! It's above you. It's above you. It was a trap. It was a trap! It was- I knew it! Ah! Ah! Oh my god! Wait! This is like what I was saying with what I thought might be happening with Billy. He wants to fight him. He's like, oh, he wants to fight him one-on-one without the weapons. He wants the challenge. Oh my god. Man, Arnold, you lucked out.
Bad idea.
It's like I'm putting you right above the mantelpiece.
Come on. Do it. Do it. Come on. Come on. Kill me. I'm here. Kill me. I'm here. Kill
He's like,
me.
I sense a trap.
Kill
Squish? Is that like a self-destruct? That seems like a self-destruct. So, like, you should probably run. Run! Fucking run! Oh, shit. I was very lucky. Ah, man. There's a lot of people in this movie that made a lot of stupid choices. Oh god. And also one predator that made some stupid choices too. So, you know, I guess they're not so different from each other that they're letting their emotions and their pride stop them from thinking logically and making a choice that would get them out of there alive. Well, okay. That was gross. It was the ways that it killed were disgusting. It, of course, itself was disgusting. I thought it was good though. It did a really good job as being a very suspenseful film. You know, like I was saying early on, I think that the plan that they had in filming a lot of the beginning, really, mostly all the way to at least the middle of the movie, to not really show the predator beyond like a glimmer of something moving, or through its vision, heat vision through the trees, and just giving us like the little sounds of the heartbeat and the sounds of it like mimicking and picking up the sounds of the people it was hunting. That was very clever because that definitely gave you a sense of suspense, and like I equated it to not really being able to see the shark in Jaws until quite far into the movie. It really builds up the predator as a frightening thing, a frightening creature, and establishes it as the hunter that it is. So I think they did a really good job with that. I thought it was interesting as watching the group gradually realize more and more over time exactly what the hell it was and what it was doing and what it was capable of. So, you know, at first they're just thinking that it's people, and then they don't really know what it is, but they start to understand that it's not and it has some sort of crazy technology. And then they start to understand, wait, this thing is actually hunting us. Wait, that's its goal. It's hunting us. Oh shit, it's hunting us for trophies, for sport. And then realizing, since of course all of them, you know, they're humans, they know what trophy hunting is, and some of them might have participated in it themselves. They're like, okay, so whatever the hell this creature is, it has far advanced technology, it can completely camouflage itself, and it's hunting us for sport. So we're in trouble. And then to gradually get to the point where Arnold then realizes also that it can't see normally, that it needs to sense your heat. And I thought that, you know, I remembered him being covered in mud, but not its significance. But it's interesting. It was definitely a very clever thing to do for the film, because like I said, once it got later and it was just one-on-one, once he was able to take away the Predator's ability to track him and actually see him, so they were in the kind of the same situation. They couldn't see each other. In fact, Arnold could see him a little bit better because once he could kind of pick out the shimmer, then he'd be able to follow it. Then they were in like a much more, not equal, but like a possible to fight situation. Yeah, and that definitely made it a lot more interesting to me. I also think, like I said at the beginning of this kind of wrap-up discussion, people made a lot of stupid choices, but the Predator did the exact same thing. So you look at some of those guys. First of all, going back to Arnold is the one that said we shouldn't try to just run and make for the chopper. We should stay here and make a stand and fight this thing. And they set all these traps and blah, 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 blah. And then lo and behold, you know, almost everyone ends up dying. So that, to begin with, was a choice that I guess if you really thought that you wouldn't make it to the chopper, I kind of understand, but in a way it does also seem like that was more of a, no, this is a pride situation, some of our friends have been killed. Yeah, and so we're gonna make a stand and fight here, and believing that they even had a shot. And then it continues where Mac is running off on his own, chasing after it, and then Dylan goes after him to try to save him and also to kind of get revenge. So they think they have these motives for like basically being completely stupid and getting themselves killed. And then Billy, same thing. He stops once he hears others being killed. He's like, that's it. He stops. He throws down like his guns and his armor, and he wants to just fight one-on-one against it. And we didn't actually see his death, but you know, from the sound of it, it didn't take too long. But that was the same sort of situation. It's not to say that he necessarily would have lived if he had just kept going with the group. I mean, but that was a choice to highly increase your risk of death when you didn't have to make that decision. And, you know, it seems pretty brave on the one hand, because maybe you could hold it off and let the rest of them escape. But on the other hand, it just seems like, again, your ego is... No, it's not a good choice. It's not a good choice. And then Arnold, it finally pays off for him eventually, but only because the Predator has the same problem. Because then Arnold, instead of trying to flee to get to get out of there after he discovers that the mud can camouflage him and that the Predator can't, you know, see him at all, he sets all these traps of his own and then lures it out, calls it out to come fight him one-on-one. So, you know, and I do get it. I get it. It killed all of his friends. And there's probably also the uncertainty, like, okay, so if I leave here, but then this thing still exists, what else is it gonna do? Especially since we heard from Anna is her name, right? That apparently there's a legend surrounding the predator, so it comes back to this location at least and keeps killing people. So he makes that choice, and quite frankly, he would have died for it as well, for pride, if it wasn't for the predator being the exact same way. So obviously he could have just instantly, easily killed him when he had him, when he was, after he was able to see him and he grabbed him and he pushed him up against the tree. He could have just finished him off, but he was like, no, this guy has been the hardest for me to kill. He's actually wounded me. He's given me a better hunt chase than any other creature I've encountered here, or any man I've encountered and hunted before. I want to actually fight him one-on-one and beat the shit out of him and like totally establish my dominance in this regard. So he throws down all his weapons, and then even when he's beating the shit out of him, he could have killed him multiple times, but he's just toying with him. He's just toying with him for like his own amusement. Again, his own sport. This whole thing is sport to him, and that just gives Arnold the opportunity to get him with the trap. So yeah, I thought that was a very clever way of doing things. An interesting approach to take, because if you look at it, that obviously there's parallels between what the predator does and what humans do with trophy hunting animals for sport. Obviously that's where the idea came from, but there's also parallels in terms of that aspect, in terms of the choices that they make and being driven by their emotional reactions and responses to others, and letting pride lead them down a mistaken path. So I do think there's some interesting things being said about human nature and pride in this film that maybe, you know, you don't necessarily take away unless you're trying to think about it, because on the surface, you could just look at it as a very cool, gross, creepy action film, which it, of course is all of those things. And you could just look at them as being stupid idiots making terrible choices, which you could still argue that, but it has an interesting point behind it, I think. So I really enjoyed this, even though I was grossed out. I still can't believe my dad was just watching this movie with me and my sister there when we were kids. Like, I'm talking, the oldest I was maybe 7, and my sister's younger than me, so no wonder she was so freaked out and thought that the predator was coming in our room at night and she couldn't see. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up here, guys. It was fun getting to do a 80s action movie like this. It was fun to watch, so hope you guys had fun too. Thank you very much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.